Alright guys, we're going to get started. I'm going to have you guys start out doing a KWL chart. So if you guys remember, we did that a couple weeks ago. And so I want you to make 3 different columns for what you know, what you want to know, and what you've learned. Okay? And so what I want you guys to write a KWL chart on is about what you know about Darwin and natural selection. Okay, so
survival of the fittest.
that's a good one.
What's Darwin?
Okay, so I want to know what you guys know about Darwin and natural selection. So if you don't know anything, that's okay, but I'm sure you guys have heard of Darwin's name before.
Charles Darwin Middle School.
So put what you think he might have done for science. And remember to put the date on the bell word too.
Well, if these end up being wrong, I'll just.
You just get, today you're gonna get points on filling out what you know about him, and so whether or not it's correct, that's okay. I just need you guys to write that down so I can see where you're at. And so you guys can also think about, it kind of gets your brain jumping. Okay, we have like 1 more minute to finish up bell work, so make sure you guys are writing stuff down, put what you know, and I want you to write 1 or 2 questions about what you would want to know about Darwin or natural selection. So if you don't know anything about them, you can put that you don't know anything about them. But for the questions, I want you to start thinking about what kind of questions you can ask about those topics so that you can kind of focus on figuring that out during the lesson today. You guys got points for that when the bell rang. Remember that you guys are racking up points in order to.
Not get 15 more.
Cole
has
61. All right, so raise your hand if you can tell me something that you know about Darwin. Bailey?
He has a good part in the theory of evolution.
Okay, yeah, so he's a big part of helping create the theory of evolution. Good. All right, who else knows something about Darwin or natural selection?
Didn't he come up with like the thing, survival of the fittest?
Yeah, survival of the fittest. Yeah, so he helped talk about that concept. Okay.
Is that really? Are you serious?
You never heard that?
All right, so guys, let's get started.
Oh, that's very sexy.
We are going to be talking about evolution today, and sometimes the word evolution can be a hairy term. And so what I do want you guys to think about is that this is the process of natural selection and how things just change over time, okay? So for instance, do you guys find what's in the picture?
There's a bug there somewhere.
There is a
I see
bug. Do you guys see him?
Yeah.
Swoody, swoody, we looking for that bug.
Very good. Yeah. So this is an insect that has changed over time to look like a leaf.
I did not see that one.
Now, yeah, so here's his head.
I see
here's
the one
the
down
tail.
there.
That's
So
swoody.
Oh, yeah,
what?
there's another one.
You go down, right there. You see kind of looks like something. Yeah. No, no, no. Right.
Other
I thought it was that one
I don't know.
round black.
By the white and black thing.
Right there, yeah.
That?
Kind of looks like some
I
bead.
don't know what that is, yeah.
It's
But,
probably you.
yeah, and so why do you
That
think
makes sense.
this guy is still around? Why do you think he's able to survive?
Because everything that looks at him that would potentially kill him just thinks he's a leaf, so they don't bother trying to mess with him.
Good, yeah, so he can really blend in. So again, like what Jamie said, survival of the fittest. And so if you're able to survive in your environment because of an adaptation, then what do you get to do? Keep on living. You get to keep on living, and you get to, if you live, then you grow up.
Reproduce.
Yeah, you get to reproduce, okay? That is the name of the game in biology, okay? And so if you get to reproduce, then you get to pass on your genes.
Make all the leaves.
Because your genes are obviously superior to others that don't get to reproduce. Or if you get killed, then you don't get to reproduce.
So
All right, so guys, let's start with copying down this definition. Okay, the definition for evolution is really simple. Okay, so next to the blank, your blank next to evolution, I want you to write change over time. Okay, the definition for evolution is change over time. Because that's just what's happening. Things are just changing over time. Okay, and it can be for better or for worse, but usually it's for better, because if you have an adaptation that makes life really difficult, you might not survive and pass on that adaptation, okay? And so we're looking at how modern organisms today have passed down from ancient organisms, okay? All right, so a theory, and we've talked about this before, but a theory, let's write down that. So a well-supported, testable explanation of events that have occurred in the natural world. Okay, I'm going to say that again. A well-supported, testable explanation of events that have occurred in the natural world. All right, you guys got that? Does anybody need to repeat it again? Okay, all right, so that's a theory. And so the thing with theories as well is, like, we have the theory of evolution. We have the Big Bang Theory. Now, with those things, there's something that has been tested. They have to be testable. And it's our best explanation for these things. But the Big Bang Theory, was anybody there to watch that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, except for Brian. Nobody was there. And so that's our theory on how the universe was created. Okay? And the same with evolution. Were we there to watch animals change over time from what they were to what we are today? There was nobody around. I mean, it's such a long process that's our best theory. And you can test it, but we weren't able to go back and watch it happen over time. But now, you can kind of watch it with like things with smaller life cycles. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Darwin and this guy named Lamarck today. We're going to talk about why Darwin's theory won over Lamarck's. So Darwin, he set sail in this ship called the HMS Beagle. And so they sailed from England, and they went all around the world. So they went down and over. I'm going to put a minute on the timer. I want you guys to come up with 3 different observations that Darwin made about the diversity of life on the Galapagos Islands. I gave you guys more than 3, but I want you guys to come up with 3. And I'm going to write them down on the board, and I'm going to see if we can get a long list of those observations. Okay, so start. So you guys need to come up with 3. Yeah, so what did Darwin notice was going on with the animals of the island?
oh, wait, it's not specific.
Yeah, good. Okay, yeah, so they all came from the same species. And then what happened to them when they went to those different areas? Yeah, they adapted to it.
Yeah, I know.
It's brown.
Because if they didn't adapt, it wouldn't happen.
That's brown.
No, it's not.
Who's that?
That's brown.
I don't know.
Okay, so that's one. So come up with 2 more. What I want you guys to do is I want you to define natural selection. Okay? So define natural selection with your partner. What is natural selection? We did not define it under worksheet.
Brian, you choose to be with yourself.
Women choose it by self, just like the other boys have.
Basically, women are the reason why we evolved.
So,
If it wasn't for the female choosing,
like,
we wouldn't be here. Because if a female was like,
You know, men choose.
problem.
In the old times especially, they were like, men choose.
Hey, they're real cool.
But mainly, like, when dinosaurs were around, the females would be like, full time.
Sweetie, you ain't getting this booty.
All the female would have to do is turn around and fight you. Every now and then I take a fight out.
That escalated quickly. That escalated.
and so, yeah, you're right. So it doesn't always happen. Okay, all right, guys, I want to hear a really good definition for natural selection. Who wants to do it? Okay, Bailey?
Survival of the most fit traits, like the most genetically superior traits.
Okay, survival of the best traits. Yeah, good. All right, who else has something? What's another way that we can define natural selection? You could define it with 2 words.
Selective breeding.
No,
Not quite.
Like
Well-
the species is selecting the best people.
yeah, like
Not like the gen.
Basically, like,
What about
I can't think of 2 words.
what about nature selects?
Oh, well, that
Right.
looks like you're just taking. I thought you were gonna have something that was less obvious, but they.
Well, but seriously, nature selects what traits get to be passed on and not. And how does that work? How does nature select?
A deer just walks up to a lady that's pregnant. Okay, so he's gonna get this gene.
No. Down. This is pretty much just a compare and contrast kind of thing. And so with Lamarck and Darwin, I want you guys to use your notes to fill this in. So the 3 ones on the far left, these are what Lamarck believes that were different, and then the 3 ones in the middle are what they both believed, and then the ones on the far right are what Darwin just believed. Okay?
but this
Toe. Okay. So let's come up with the similarities first. So what did they?
Things have changed over time.
Good. They both believed. Lamarck and Darwin. They both believed that living things change over time. Okay? So living things change over time?
Yeah.
Okay? All species descended from other species. Good. And then what's the last one?
Organisms are adapted to their environments.
Okay.
Is that they descended, like what you said?
Organisms are adapted to
It's too much work for Monday.
their environment. Okay. So you've got those. Okay, so let's think of some differences for Lamarck.
He thought that if you think it, you get it.
Good. Okay, so let's call that yeah, let's like
Let's put that.
no. All right, so if you think it,
I guess like so long ago, you didn't have these
get it. Okay? Well, so, yeah, he's not dumb.
He's wrong, so he's stupid.
He's just thinking outside the box. I mean, there's just all kinds of
box
hypotheses
is
and
there
stuff
for-
that,
I think a lot of stuff, and I still don't do.
but if we don't think outside the box, then we don't get anywhere. Yeah,
That was true.
that's the thing, okay? All right, so now, Lamarck said if you don't think it, you don't get it. That's good. So what's another thing that he also believed?
That they showed up like in one lifetime.
Yeah, good.
That's right, that doesn't happen every time.
Yeah. Traits are developed in one lifetime. Good job, Brian. You guys getting the points. Okay, traits are developed over one lifetime. Is there another thing that we could put? Anything else for Lamarck?
Use or disuse.
Good. Yeah, let's include that too. So selective use or disuse created adaptations. Selective use or disuse created adaptations. Okay, so we've got that. Now on the differences for Darwin, what did he find out?
He has no friends.
He was friends with all the plants and animals.
Climate change traits. Like,
Environment?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good, good. Your environment, or wait, let's say the climate didn't change them, you changed to,
Your corn.
yeah, so you adapt,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. Okay,
Are you
you adapt to your environment. Okay, did Darwin think that traits were developed in one lifetime? Okay. Yeah, so he saw that it happened over generations. So traits and adaptations developed over a long time. Okay, so that's the thing with evolution, it's been happening for millions of years. It's been happening for a very long time. These things do not happen fast. Okay, and what's another thing that Darwin believed that Lamarck did not?
That Lamarck was stupid.
Okay, so Lamarck thought use or disuse created a trait. Okay, what did Darwin believe created traits?
Natural selection.
Yeah, natural selection, good. So he believed in survival of the fittest, okay? Natural selection or survival of the fittest.
You know what?
Okay. Good job in the points. Okay. Now, the project that we're gonna start, yeah, we've got 10 minutes. I'm gonna explain it today, and then you guys, I want you to start on it, but we'll work on it more tomorrow. Okay, so guys, I want you to make a one-pager, okay? Yeah,
Table.
yeah,
Terrible.
yeah, this is easy.
They're terrible.
Okay, so, this is, oh yeah, I guess, sorry.
Are you
Yeah.
just gonna explain it today and we can start tomorrow?
No, I want you guys to get a start on it tomorrow, or,
Yeah, you said tomorrow.
We said tomorrow.
I also said other things. All right, so, this is a one-pager, and so you guys are going to be comparing and contrasting Lamarck and Darwin's theories, okay? And so you need to talk about what they shared. You also need to talk about what they thought was different. Now, this is what one student did. I've seen some one-pagers that are really elaborate. They've got lots of color, lots of decorations and stuff. And so the more you put, yes, and I've seen some that are very bare minimum. And so if you do bare minimum work, you get the bare minimum grade. But like this would get you like a B, okay? If you want that A work, that above average work, then you can add like borders, I mean, you can just really put stuff into it, okay?